everyone, and welcome to the SwiftCase Productivity Podcast. My name's Adam Sykes, the founder of SwiftCase, the professional productivity platform, and today I've got with me
Craig McCarthy, development manager at SwiftCase.
And Phil Whitby, developer at SwiftCase.
Okay, great. So today we're going to talk about what's next to be put in the dustbin of history, I suppose, with regards to technology. So what's going to become obsolete next? So
well,
go on, take it away.
Well, no, I really want to get rid of this instantly. Cash, physical cash.
Yeah.
I think that's going. It's already going. I'm even seeing people that I thought would never get rid of cash, like my mum, using cards and things like that now. And I think with the likes of Apple launching their card, that's like such a big difference now. And we've all got phones, realistically. Everything seems to just support one of the payment methods that you can use on your phone, whether it's Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, Google Pay, Android Pay, all the pays.
All the pays.
Yeah. So I think cash is going to be a big one. But on top of that, I suppose, the technology on it, cash machines, they will hopefully soon be obsolete. Yeah. I know, living in Liverpool, and I used to live in the city centre, actually finding a cash machine that didn't charge me, which is ludicrous, or didn't have a ridiculous queue, especially if you were on a night out or anything like that. That was really difficult. It was really difficult.
It's one of those things that we'll recant to our grandchildren that we had to do. Like just a long list of things that they will find. They'll find ludicrous.
Like writing a letter. It doesn't happen anymore.
My handwriting has deteriorated now to a scroll, like, because I so infrequently actually have to write anything.
Well, there's one actually. I was reading about this the other day. Cursive writing. Is that going to be obsolete?
Well, it'll be like vinyl. There'll be aficionados that maintain it as a
I can't read
form.
Art form. Yeah, because it is.
But I hate it when people send you letters. Businesses that still send out letters and forms, or expect you to send replies back. The whole concept, it's so obsolete. It's already obsolete, and it's just wasteful.
It feels decadent, doesn't it?
Yeah.
When you open like a 4-page letter that's printed on sort of like high quality, thick paper, watermarked and everything.
I understand some people haven't moved with technology, but I think the fact that we've still got cash is causing problems for certain industries. 3 in particular, as I think of, is that I always feel terrible if the restaurant that I go to doesn't take tips via the card machine. And you go, what change have you got? Yeah. And then so waiters and waitresses are missing out, or all staff that work, all staff that work in the restaurant industry, they're missing out on tips, because if there wasn't the assumption that people may or may not have cash, then it would have to be built in. And I know some places now either put it on the bill automatically, or they give an option on the machine. Charities must be missing out immensely, because the idea, and I used to do it myself, I wouldn't think anything of, if there was a charity bucket outside a supermarket, you'd go, you basically empty your change into it, wouldn't you? But that whole concept now is they've tried to replace that with do you want to subscribe every month for £2, £5,
and I just don't think it works.
That's not the equivalent to just a quick impulse drop 20 £50 and you probably actually put more in overall to all the charities than going, I've got these direct debits and I only want to do one because it's a bit of a commitment. But you're actually probably giving less overall. And then the third one is buskers. I've actually seen a busker though that's got a contactless.
It's very easy to get contactless.
But he expected a £2 thing, so he hadn't quite got the technology right that like most people don't give you £2, but it was London, so
of course,
there's probably a London price for buskers.
Plus the chart for fee as well. Because there is a percentage. I think those things do take a fee. But I think the thing about the cash is that there's a whole grey market or like industry that is built on accepting only cash. They don't. There's no record, so you don't have to declare it. And B, it can't be traced in any way. Your purchase hasn't been traced. So I wonder whether like a lot of crime may be preventable or trackable if you get rid of money.
Yeah.
But then the crime will then, the criminals or organised criminals will then transfer to some kind of like Bitcoin or something.
There'd be something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I think tax evasion though is a clear one, isn't it? There's so many places where they go, oh, we don't take cards.
Yeah,
and there are always places, I'm not saying that they do it, but there are always places that take small amounts regularly. You know, some food outlets, you know, I know maybe they say their margins are so small that they can't afford the fees, but in reality the fees are often percentage.
Yeah.
So if you're only paying a percentage and your margin is a small amount anyway, the fee will be a small amount anyway.
I would rather...
So I think, you know, they do need to take that. And also they need to weigh it up against if someone's got a card... We've done it here, haven't we?
Absolutely.
We're not naming the name of the shop
because
we don't think the reason is not that. But there's when we've decided to get lunch, there's a sandwich shop not too far from our office. They do not take cards, so the original process was someone would have to go out effectively to the cash machine, get cash to come back to pay the delivery guy, who would then have to carry around change to give us change, and then we'd kind of had to work out the lunch when we got back. So we just stopped using that sandwich shop and went somewhere that did Just Eat or whatever, one of those where you can pay by card.
That's exactly how I feel about any service.
For losing out on their 2% charge on their their card processing fee, to losing customers that don't want to go there because they don't take cards, it's just not it's a no-brainer that's just ridiculous. So I think
convenience always wins out.
Cash is definitely should be going. It's going to take a while because I think there's people who aren't just, older people, vulnerable people. They know they've got so much cash, whereas with a card they're worried that it might take out. But those problems can be solved. You know, if you've got the contactless with a maximum of £30. Someone could regulate to only be allowed to do £10 maybe, or £5 or something at a time.
Person to person, like you're saying the waitress. Like it'd be great if you could just go, oh, gives your phone. Tap your phone, I've sent you £5. Here's your tip.
Yeah.
I wonder whether the real obstacle is just that easy transactional nature isn't quite there. It is from person to business, but not person to person.
Yeah. There's no reason why there shouldn't be, is there?
I agree with that, actually. I still think it's difficult to get everyone on, the same thing to send them money.
Yeah, ping it.
If I've got to then log into a website and then attribute that money to you. That's too much of a process, isn't it?
You just want to, like you said,
it's only as easy as cash.
You just want to go 5 touch phones. That's transferred to you. So cash is gone. With cash goes your wallet. Because we don't really need all these plastic contactless cards, do we?
Absolutely not. No.
How many cards do you end up in your wallet?
I use 2 cards only ever when I spend more than £30. So I use my phone every other. So these come out once a month probably. And I'm carrying them around with me all the time. So that I can take them out once a month.
Maybe your ID card. That's like your driving license or something. That's about all.
Who's ever been stopped and asked to show their driving license?
Well, sometimes you use it for ID, don't you? And other things like people want to verify.
Yeah, people are often asking me if I'm 18 or not. So I have to use it all the time.
The beard. It's like one of the young kids.
They painted your beard to make yourself look older. They're always saying that.
So cash and wallets are going. What else is going? I've got another one if no one.
Go on.
Terrestrial TV.
Get lost.
But I don't know whether I
satellite
like
TV. Get rid of satellite.
Here's the thing though. Now
TV.
Let's open a can of worms. I don't know whether I like where it's going now.
Because
I think we're replacing terrestrial TV with a direct equivalent now, because you're going to have to choose which service you want to subscribe to, and there's too many.
Or you're going to have to subscribe to all of them. To make sure you get everything.
And they're all changing. Netflix now, they're saying we're going to do a lot more weekly episodic content to match the new Disney service that they're launching, which ultimately is to keep you subscribed, because the series that you want to watch is going to be on next month as well. It's going to turn out exactly the same as the way all these TV services work at the minute, where you kind of either choose which package you want to go with. Do you want Netflix? great, pay for Netflix. But do you want to watch that show that you really like that Disney have got exclusive rights to? Great, you've got to get that as well. That's an extra tenner a month or however much it is. Amazon, you've got to have that if you want to watch this. It's awful.
They're all swapping and changing.
I think that there is that, and that's a cost issue. But I think that, I suppose in the UK specifically, we have the TV license.
Oh, that needs to...
Where that's more where I'm getting. Where you pay for programs that no one wants to watch, whether you want to watch them or not. I think that's more of an issue.
But then, thanks to the TV license, you get programming that is niche, that doesn't have a market, but then develops a market. So like the documentaries, like...
I think that's where Netflix is able to try things, because they can do one episode and put it on and see if it works. Get all the
people say we wouldn't have Richard Attenborough.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
David Attenborough.
David Attenborough doing his stuff, and they were made as a during the 70s, whatever, as a kind of TV. What is it? Maybe it's a way to educate people. Potentially rather than it's a way to sell people things.
I'd rather just pay, or have the opportunity to pay £10 a month to BBC to fund that content.
You do.
Well, exactly.
You don't know, do you? You don't. If you've got a TV in your house, whether you're using it or not, you have to pay the TV license.
If you're accessing it online, isn't it?
But that's, I don't mind if you're accessing it or you're watching it. I can see why you should pay for it. That's fair enough. I understand that. It's effectively a subscription model then, but it's not at the moment. You have to pay for it whether you want to watch it or not, and that's different. And I don't think. I mean, that's,
it doesn't seem
that seems like that is coming to an end. I think more and more people are saying we don't even watch the TV.
There is a grey area around it at the moment, though, because I mean, I didn't have a TV license at one point, but I did the thorough research behind it, and I could own a TV. I could watch the TV, but I could only use streaming services, and I couldn't really be hooked up to the Freeview channels. And I think as long as you're not watching BBC, iPlayer, and you're not watching live stuff, then it's absolutely fine.
I understand that,
it's
but
so
then
grey though, and it's so difficult to opt out.
But you're also opting out of channels that are free. So ITV's free. All those other channels like the Freeview channels, except the BBC ones, are free. I know Channel 4 has some funding, but the rest of them are funded by adverts in their entirety, or certainly partially. So I just want to opt out of, they need to create something that means I don't have to see BBC. I can switch it off and just pay for Netflix instead.
The technology's there.
Yeah.
I do love the idea of opting out of things by choosing whether or not I want to subscribe to it, I suppose. But I am worried about where it's going, but maybe that's for another podcast.
I think I can see I do see your concerns. Fortunately, I don't like anything by Disney, so it's easier for me to discount. And I'm so pleased that all the Marvel stuff's disappeared off my Netflix feed, and they stopped trying to tell me that I want to watch Marvel stuff just because they paid a lot of money out for it.
It's when you swing like Apple and Prime into. I mean, I thankfully we've got a family account, so Fiona subscribes to Prime now, and I kind of leech off it, which is great. And I pay for the Netflix, but we do have Now TV as well. Because we wanted to watch.
People were paying £80 a month for
Sky.
It's true. You're paying £80
and adverts.
And adverts on Sky. So at least if you did say, look, it isn't a cheaper option, but it's a better option, then I suppose. But I think the way that they're moving towards weekly episodes makes it a lot harder for you to go, because we did this with, I think, Now TV.
A free trial.
We got a free trial, and I think we considered like a month or something to watch the only things we wanted to see on Now TV. And then we just stopped and moved. And if Amazon Prime didn't have the Prime delivery attached,
you would have got rid of it.
You'd probably done the same every Grand Tour episode series that comes out. We'd watch the Grand Tour and then that's it off, but that comes out weekly, that's so you'd have to keep it for a couple of months before you get rid of it. So you can jump around, and maybe that might be a way that people do access them. They watch a bit of one and then they watch a bit of another, because even if you don't watch it as it's just coming out, you can watch it once it's been out as a box set. So if you're prepared to wait, you can get it a bit cheaper.
But everyone's talked about it then.
Well, I suppose that's the spoiler culture, isn't it?
Yeah, just stay off Facebook.
Well, that's easy.
So I think that's all the time we've got for on this time's podcast. So if you've got any other things that you think are going to be obsolete in the coming years, what's going to be obsolete next, then drop them in the comments and we'll join you in the discussion down below.
Maybe podcasts.
Yeah.
What if everyone just stops doing podcasts?
I'll tell you what won't be obsolete, Phil.
What? Jokes.
Our website, swiftcase.co.uk. Check out some of the things that we've got going on there. And don't forget to follow us on social media at SwiftCase UK across all the social media channels.
Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe, click the bell to hear more of this series and anything like on technology or the environment that we've been talking about.
Okay, great. Thanks for listening to the SwiftCase Productivity Podcast, and we'll see you again next time.